Hi guys, sorry that last one cut me off. I reached my max limit. So I'll speed through these last through here if you need them. And then make sure you use these to help you on the worksheet that you're doing. So again, we're balancing here on the combustion is where we left off. We were counting and we have 2 carbons on the left, 2 on the right, 4 hydrogens on the left, 4 on the right. When I look at oxygens, I have 2 on the left plus 2 more gives me 4. On the right-hand side here, I have 2 plus 2 times 2 is 4, so 6 total on the right-hand side. So in order to get my oxygens to balance, I'm not going to mess with my C2H4O2 compound because that would change my C's and my H's. Instead, I'm just going to touch this middle one of O2. I need it to be a 2, so that on the left I have 2 plus 4 is 6, and 2 plus 4 is 6 on the right. Number 4, I have 2 different compounds, and so those are going to come together to form 2 new compounds, which means number 4 is also a double replacement. So I'm going to break it apart, Pb and SO4. I know that SO4 is a 2- charge off of my reference sheet, which means Pb must be a 2+ because they're in a 1-to-1 ratio. On the right here, I have Ag and NO3. I know that NO3 is a 1-, which means Ag must be a 1+ because they're in a 1-to-1 ratio. If I form new compounds, Pb is going to partner with NO3-, so Pb2+ and NO3-. Dropping cross, 2 becomes a subscript on NO3, 1 becomes a subscript on Pb, so Pb NO3 2 times. My second compound is Ag+ and SO4 2-. 2- becomes the charge on Ag, 1 becomes the charge on SO4. So I get Ag, give myself a little more space there. Ag2 SO4. When I go to balance, I'm going to start with my Pb. So Pb on the left, there's 1. On the right, there's 1. I'm going to balance my NO3 group and my SO4 as whole groups. So I'll highlight to show you what I mean by that. I'm going to balance SO4 with SO4. And I'm going to balance my NO3 with my NO3. So now SO4 on the left, there's 1 SO4 group. On the right, there is 1 SO4 group. On the left, I've got 1 Ag. On the right, I've got 2. So I'm going to place a 2 in front here. That means I have 2 NO3 groups on the left, and on the right-hand side, I have NO3 in parentheses with the 2, which means I have 2 NO3 groups on the right. All right, number 5. I have 1 compound, and so my only pattern that I had where 1 compound becomes something else is a decomposition. And the decomposition, I know that I'm going to get 2 different parts. I'm going to get phosphorus, and I'm going to get bromine. Remember, we talked about diatomic elements. And bromine is a diatomic element, which means it needs to be Br2. When I go to balance, phosphorus is balanced, but I have 3 bromines on the left and 2 on the right. Common denominator is 6, so I'm going to put 3 bromines on the right, 2 on the left, which gives me 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 2 is 6. That changed my phosphorus. To make sure it's balanced, I'll put a 2 out front of the P. So some helpful hints for you. Make sure that you double check. Look at your reactants. Which pattern do they follow? Break them into their pieces, find charges off the periodic table, and then drop and cross to form new compounds when needed. Refer back to this video if you need help. Complete your worksheet in its entirety. Your sub will check it on Friday. Have a great day, guys.